and our best bets are the ones that we could find in our premium area. Noticed I looked over at the premium today. I don't generally look at the leaderboards and stuff like that. And I noticed like some of the cappers that were a little colder at the end of last year are now some of the hotter cappers this year. And now, some of the guys that were hotter kind of have cooled off in spots. And that's just the nature of the beast. And that's why we have all these different cappers. It's like, so this way you always have a hot hand. There's always a hot hand at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs premium areas. So kind of been mucking for the last week, kind of just mucking around in the middle. Winning, losing. That's the nature of the beast sometimes as well. The idea is you avoid the big loss days. But of course we have our YouTube premium product, which is kind of a dip your toe in the water type product. A lot of people have taken advantage of it because the price is right. It's $30 for our early show. If you want to add on another $20, you get our late show as well. So that's 8 picks total per day minimum. And with that product, with the late one, you get the picks are made with late information, and that's always super helpful, to have that late information. Wasn't so helpful for me yesterday, but we're working on it. Anyways, let me bring in the guys. We got Brian and Rod with us. Kind of our new format here for at least this time being. I was talking to these guys about this morning. Before we came on the air, it's only going to be a couple of weeks that Chris is not on the show because he's going to come back for March Madness. So, we'll do that. And then we have a new show starting today, and it's our Puck Dogs NHL show. So we're not going to cover NHL on this show anymore. We're going to just have a separate NHL show, which makes everybody happy. It gives Chris and Rod a platform that is their own. Kind of like Laverne and Shirley, right? They got their spinoff. And then, we got, we can talk hoops here. We can keep this show at a manageable time span. And, people that want the NHL, they can get the NHL. People that want, just Rod and Chris, no Mitch, you get that over there. But that's going to be strictly NHL. They're not going to answer, college basketball questions in the middle of their NHL show or anything like that. Super targeted NHL only. Show, but
excited.
I was thinking more of Bill and Ted. Excellent Adventure. It'd be Rod and Chris's Excellent Hockey Adventure.
You didn't like Wayne and Garth, or
I could see them as a Wayne and Garth.
You didn't like my Laverne and Shirley.
Mm-mm. I think people like Bill and Ted more.
I don't know Bill or Ted. Who are they? Who's Bill and Ted?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I've never seen it.
Keanu Reeves.
You'll have to check it out.
Keanu Reeves is John Wick.
Oh, that's an awesome series. That's one of my favorite, more recent.
The best one is the first one.
Oh, the third one, man. He's he's breaking people's limbs. He's all over the place.
You don't want to mess with John Wick.
I wouldn't want to mess with John Wick. That's
no,
for
you
sure.
don't. Who
if
do
he
you
bought
think?
My pick, he might come after me.
Who's tougher, John Wick or Jack Reaper?
No, I like John Wick.
Have you seen Jack Reaper? Tom Cruise. If you like John Wick, you'll like Jack Reaper too. Same thing, same show. Anyways, we had an issue with the YouTube late premium show yesterday, and I just want to explain to everyone. YouTube kind of had a glitch. And even when I was talking to these guys, I'm like, I'm just frozen up here. And I think a lot of people had trouble accessing our channel, and I got emails on that as well. But the thing is that the thing about that is that I don't have any control over that. I still posted the video, and it was under the community tab. So even if you don't get notifications, by 5:30 p.m., that video should be there underneath the community tab for the late premium show. So I apologize if nobody got it. Yeah, John McClane. I like John McClane, too. I like all those movies. And the thing is, I'm not an action movie guy, but I love the Die Hard series. I love the John Wick and Jack Reaper. I like all those. And I'm normally not like the action guy. Normally not my thing. I'm a comedies. I normally stick to comedies. Anyway, speaking of comedies, we got some hoops going on today. Got NBA and college hoops. Not a bad college hoops schedule for a Friday as we head into March Madness. So some of the conferences have already started their tournaments. And then this is the final week of the college basketball season. is the week coming up of the regular season. This is it. So, I looked at the schedule, North Carolina, Duke on Saturday. All the traditional stuff is going on. And, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So just a week left of this college hoops video. So that means I'm going to actually get some sleep. Man, I'm certainly not going to miss doing those extra 25, 30 videos a day. But baseball right around the corner, so it's 15 a day I'll be adding. So addition by subtraction, I guess. Anyways, we got the Celtics and the Pacers, the Raptors and the Rockets. Thunder Buddies up against the Hawks. Got the Pistons and the Kings. Brian, any of those four?
Yeah, I'm going to take a flyer with Indiana Pacers on the road, plus the points. The Celtics just look brutal lately. And the Pacers haven't been world beaters either, but I like getting the points with the Pacers team that I think could easily win that game outright. I think it comes down to who has the ball last, so I'll take the points. And the Houston Rockets, losers of 9 in a row. That seems like my kind of team, a team that just can't win. Raptors, 2 straight losses. I think the Rockets can keep it within 6 or so. It's not a game I'm running to bet, but it's my degenerate pick today. I'm going to take the Rockets.
You planning on making any guest appearances on the Puck Dog Hockey Show?
Yeah, once in a while. I don't want to break up Bill and Ted, but
I would love it if they have guests. There are a lot of other hockey cappers out there. Tony Brown does a lot of hockey, and Dana Lane does a lot of hockey. There's a lot of hockey guys out there.
We already discussed bringing on guests on, and we both agreed we're both down to bring guests on and on the hockey show.
All right, I will not be on there. How about the Penny? Will the Penny be making a guest?
If you would like to bring the Penny, you're definitely more than welcome to bring the Penny to make an appearance on the hockey show, for sure.
Maybe someday. We'll leave that in as one of my bucket list dreams.
If the Penny's on, I'm off. That's it.
Well, maybe we should have the Penny then. Maybe the Penny will appear.
The Penny's cheaper.
More Penny. What do you like here early?
For me, early, the Pacers and the Celtics game here. I think we're going to have a defensive battle in this one. I'm going to take the under 219. As I think this is more a game that whoever breaks 100 first wins this game. So I'm going to go with the under 219 in that one. And I'm with Brian. I'm going to go fade the Raptors here as well. The Rockets can't lose them all. I think this is a good spot, and I think that's too many points for the Raptors to cover in this game. Give me the Rockets plus the points in that one.
Rockets are just terrible, man. I just can't even go anywhere near them or the Kings. Just terrible. Thunder at home. I mean, just more bad news. And boy, I think the Celtics. Them and the Pacers. It's always a really tough game. Even when one of them is elite, it's still always just one of those bang them around games. I think it goes back to the whole Larry Bird thing, when he was coaching the Pacers. But I think that's the avoid game for me. Go to the Bulls and the Suns. This one is interesting, I think. We've got the Heat and the Jazz. This is kind of the feature game. That one looks a little funny to me. We got the Grizzlies and the Clippers, the rematch. I want to thank everybody for all of your kind comments on my Grizzlies pick yesterday against the Clippers. I mean, I posted the pick in the morning, right? And by the time the game went off, I mean, you would have thought that I don't know what you guys would have thought that I said or did, but it was like all I did was pick the Grizzlies. And it was like, my God, you would have thought, I mean, I was the dumbest person on the face of the earth, which we're gonna hold off comments on that. But I mean, it was all Grizzlies.
How is that anything new, though? There's tons of guys that are squares out there, and they're going to make comments like that. It's going to happen every day.
The game is over. We're not going to talk about yesterday. Not going to help anyone today. Lakers and the Blazers, and the Warriors and the Hornets. Brian, any of these 5?
Oh, to me, the Miami Heat line looks way too high. I think it's up to 7.5 now. I mean, They've won 4 straight games. Jazz off a big Lakers win. Even though Lakers were shorthanded, it's still a big win for the Jazz. I got to take the points with the Heat. They're playing better basketball. They're at home. And I'm also going to take a look at the Bulls. I like how this line's developing. I think Chicago can keep it respectable. Suns off that loss in their last game. Give me the Bulls and then the Heat.
Rod?
For me in that one, I'm not going to step in front of the Jazz. I'll take the Jazz in that one. I think they come to play and beat the Heat. And I think the Suns. I'm going to take the Suns as well. I think the Suns bounce back off their loss to Charlotte. Last second bucket beater. Charlotte got them in their last game. First game they had here on the road. I'm going to take the Suns to bounce back, beat the Bulls. And I'll take the Blazers. Well, we've seen how the Lakers have been doing, so just keep fading the Lakers. I think the Lakers probably win this game, but they don't cover. Give me the Blazers and the points.
I forgot one.
Go ahead.
After runs. I like the Lakers tonight. I know I don't take the Lakers very often, but I think the time to take the Blazers has come and gone. I don't know if they've covered the last couple of games. The Lakers have been losers of 4 straight.
Blazers are 7-3 against the number in their last 10.
And there's no trends that support the Lakers. I looked, there wasn't any, but I just like the Lakers tonight, laying the points. I think they come to play.
I think in that Lakers-Blazers game, Lillard had like a family member or a close friend that was killed the other day. So it's either he's not going to play, or if he plays, look for him to be one of those dedication games. So I would really tread lightly on that thing. I'd wait.
I just moved down too.
Yeah, I'd wait for the late. Well, the line. If the line is moving down, then that means that he's going to play. So.
What's it moving down? What's it at now? I see 5.5.
5.5. I see 4.5. 4.5. 4.5 is out there. And Jam's hanging out 4.5.
Huh. I like the Heat against the Jazz. I think that's a 4-point game max if the Heat don't win it outright. I just think it's one, we go back to that Utah Jazz in the 4 and, all that other stuff. I think this is the type of spot. Cross-country road trip, 2 time zones, a Heat team that's kind of finding itself. The less that's expected from the Heat, the better they play. And it's like, this is like where Spoelstra is at his very best, is against the best teams. This is where he gets it done. This is why he is the best coach in the NBA. This is because of games like this. This is where he shines. And I could see him coming up with something. I could just see it. So I like the Heat there. I think the 7 points is plenty. I don't know if they win, but I would say anything south of 4. Anything north of 4, take it. I kind of like the Bulls here against the Suns, too. I don't know. Back and forth on that one. I like the Clippers to get revenge on the Grizz now that the public has moved to the other side of that one. I like the Blazers against the Lakers. I'm against you on that one. And I like the Warriors against the Hornets.
Are the Clippers playing their best guys on a back-to-back?
I'm sure they are after the beatdown they took last night. They lost by 40.
Yeah, it's only regular season.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean nothing.
I know, but they these guys, they're professional athletes. They're going to take pride, that's for sure.
Yeah, the line looks like they're definitely playing.
That one and the Celtics are the games I'm least likely to bet. That one, the Celtics, and probably the Lakers. Those 3 are the ones I'm least likely to bet today. I don't like any of those too much.
I wonder what my record is taking the Lakers. Probably like 3-10 or something like that.
Probably something like that.
They don't cover too often, so. All right. Move to college hoops. Brian, you got anything for sale today?
Oh, do I ever? 4-0 basketball day yesterday. This is winning days 5 of the last 6 nights. This is the time of year I always eat up. So get my Friday blank check 3-pack, 2 NBA, 1 college basketball, $40, or my 3-day pass for $99.95 gets you the entire weekend. All my picks Friday, Saturday, Sunday at pickdogs.com, premium picks.
Rod, you
And
saw
for me, I
anything?
got Steak Friday
Friday.
going. I got 5 best bets for you today. I have 3 NBA slam dunks and 2 college basketball winners. Nice winning day off hoops yesterday. Hockey kicked my butt. Went 0-2 in hockey, so we'll bounce back from that today and stay away from the hockey. Only 3 games anyways. So pick that up. Big Dogs Premium. Nice winning day yesterday in basketball. We're going to keep rolling with it.
Got, I think I got 5 picks for today. 3 college, 2 NBA. That's what I have. But I still might add some for that NBA segment.
Sabres and Stars yesterday hurt me a little bit.
I know that Stars choke, eh? Just a big choke. They're just a bad third period. Up 2-0. Yeah.
It happens.
Anyways, we got college hoops action. Got pretty solid card for a Friday. Niagara Canisius, Northern Arizona, Southern Utah, Stetson, North Florida, Cincinnati, Tulane, St. Peter's, Rider, Central Connecticut, Wagner, Bryant against LIU, Merrimack against St. Francis, JMU against Drexel, Siena, Manhattan, Texas State, ULM, Cal Poly against Davis, Georgia Southern, App State, Denver, Nebraska, Omaha, George Washington, St. Bonnie's, Florida Gulf Coast, Kennesaw. All this before 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I got to write one down here. I missed. Huh. Yeah, on the early slot of games, I'm going to take Drexel Dragons plus 2.5 line, open up at a pick. Now it's at 2.5. A lot of James Madison, winners of 7 straight games, sitting atop of the Colonial. I just like the way this line just looks fishy to me. I'm going to go in on Drexel. And then George Washington, I might add as a premium. Playing better basketball, getting 14 against St. Bonnie's. A lot of people getting on St. Bonnie's. Line's actually dipped a point and a half from where it opened at. So give me the George Washington team.
Rod, you see anything there you like?
For me in this time slot, early slot, I like North Florida over Stetson. North Florida 3-1 ATS their last 4. I think they just come to play here today. Give me North Florida plus the points in that one. And I think they got a good shot to win that one outright. I also I'm with Brian. I like Drexel as well. I also like Manhattan over Siena. Manhattan maybe only 4-6 their last 10 games, but they're 6-4 against the number. And Siena's almost the other way. They're 7-3 and they're only 4-6 against the number. And I think 10 points is too many. Give me Manhattan plus the 10 in that one, as they can keep it closer than 10. And then go back to the Drexel one. Yes, I like Drexel as well. They're maybe 5-5, but they're 6-4 against the number. And JMU is 9-1 and 8-1 against the number. Solid at home. Drexel on the road, they're 5-3 against the number on the road this year. I think a good spot here to. I think they get an outright win. Give me Drexel money line over JMU.
I always like the Jaspers on a Friday for some reason.
I like
Yeah.
Drexel.
And then
You still going? All right.
I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
still
just
going.
playing.
Go ahead.
Still going. Not done yet.
All
It's a
right.
pretty good college card today. There's lots of winners out here. I also like. I can give me a shot with Nebraska Omaha here over Denver. Give me a +2 there. They may be only 1-9 in their last 10, 3-7 against the number. But Denver's only 1-9 as well. Only 2-8 at home. 5-4 against the number. This looks like a good spot that Omaha comes to play. Gets the win over Denver. Give me Omaha on the money line. Outright Denver. Now I'm good.
All right. I like George Washington against the Bonnies. I like the Bonnies a lot. I think they win this game. I just think it's too many. GW's been keeping games pretty close. Cannot tell a lie. I like George Washington in that one.
10-point win there.
Yeah. 9-8, right? 6.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
I really could have kept going. There was a lot of games there that were nice. Yeah.
Frustrating. Frustrating if you have St. Bonaventure because you know they're the better team. They're going to win that game. I mean, it's just 2 touchdowns is a lot of points.
Yeah.
I like Cincinnati against Tulane. Tulane just sucks. I mean, they played Memphis, who hadn't played in forever, and they finally got so bad. This is what I used to do when I used to play football too. You know, finally just start cheap shotting people. You know, it's like you lose, you're not going to win. You just start taking cheap shots. And that's what Tulane did. They started cheap shotting, punching, technical foul, you know. I can't stand like the 6-10 minute stoppage in the middle of a game, you know, to like evaluate the film and decide who's going to get thrown out and who's taking shots, and, right? And that's exactly what happened in that Tulane game. There's nothing fun about that for me. So, anyways. Like, yeah, Drexel. I'm on the Drexel train with you guys. I think that's a smart play as well. That's about it for me on those early ones. Little bit of Louisiana Monroe. Little bit. Why not? I'm here anyway. Got Evansville against Missouri State. Richmond against St. Louis. Lipscomb against Northern Alabama. Valpo, Indiana State. Valpo changed their name, but not their logo. Weird. UTSA against, this changed to Eskimos. UTSA versus UAB. Idaho versus Montana State. Akron versus Bowling Green. Bradley versus Bryan's Drake Bulldogs. ODU against Middle Tennessee State. UC Irvine, the Anteaters, up against UC San Diego. Penn State against Purdue. Sacred Heart against Fairleigh Dickinson. UTA versus Arkansas State. Troy versus Coastal. Marshall versus North Texas. Brian, any of these 7 o'clockers?
I'm going to give out Purdue at Penn State on the drive through tonight. Make sure you tune in and check it out. I really like that game. And as far as the other ones go, I'm going to fall for Richmond getting the points. St. Louis has burnt me. Richmond's the better team, in my opinion. You're getting 4.5 points. So I'm all over the Spiders. And then I'm going to close it out with my usual bet against Drake. I hate Drake. I'm going to take Bradley plus the points. I'm going to wait closer to tip off because I think I'll get a better number on that one.
Get a lot better number. Bradley's hideous. They have ever since that Missouri game, man. They played Missouri nip and tuck, and ever since that game, the wheels are off the cart.
Well, yeah, because they have big issues. They have players that are still in trouble with the law, breaking the law.
I just can't find it. I hate
they still have what? What they got? 3 guys out, 4 guys, and then I think 1 guy's back. 1 guy's cleared back to play. The other 2 are not even playing.
Although, when Drake makes a tournament, I might be back in Drake against one of the higher echelon teams. Against Louisville or whoever.
I'll send a letter to the Drake athletic director. Brian's considering blessing you with his blessing.
Hey, once conference. I'm just saying I like small schools and the big dance, but I don't like big public team like Drake. Everybody's betting them now.
Okay, good story. Rod,
Hate 'em.
what do you like?
I like Drake. I'll take Drake and lay the 8.5, and I think they get the nice double-digit win over Bradley. It's just been awful. I was like, give me Indiana State. Indiana State has just been rolling, and Valpo new logo and all, and definitely have not been rolling. 3-7 in their last 10, 5-5 against the number. Indiana State 9-1 their last 10, 8-1 against the number. I think they come in here and roll right over Valpo. And my degenerate bet of the day, I'm going to take Bowling Green plus the 4 against Akron. I know Akron's 8-2 and 7-3, 9-0 at home. I'm gonna take a shot here with Bowling Green. $60 degenerate bet of the day.
They've been terrible.
I know they haven't, but
they're terrible. I know that, but
they're 7-4 against the number on the road this year. So that's the stat that I'm gonna. My degenerate stat of the day. They're 7-4 on the number, which is what we like. So they've been winning you money on the road. I'm gonna take a shot. Give me Bowling Green plus the 4.
I like Texas Arlington as a pure fade of Arkansas State in this one. 1-7 on the road, 3-5 against the number. 8-2 against the number in their last 10 games. The Red Wolves. Texas Arlington 2-8 against the number in the last 10. I like Texas Arlington to make that 3-8 in their last 11. Yep, that's where we're at. It's the world we live in. I like the Richmond Spiders to beat St. Louis outright. Money line. Don't like the way St. Louis has been playing. Did Brian dirty a few times.
They did, but that line looks like, hey, man, they don't want you to take the Billikens because to me, the Spiders are the better team. Kind of like the UCLA game last night. It seemed easy, and it actually was. So I'm going to take the Spiders.
That game was like super easy. I was just kicking myself. I gave it out in the drive-thru, and I was just kicking myself that I didn't give it out as a premium. I put Belmont in as my premium. I was like, what was I thinking, man? I even did it on the Premium Late Show. Same thing. I was like, what was I thinking, man? Because like Brian and I actually agreed on most of our picks yesterday. We both had Colorado.
I was expecting you to like be almost a sweep yesterday.
We both had Michigan. We both had Colorado. I loved Colorado. I like how they have now the NBA scout, on those ESPN games. Comes on and talks. It's really the only part of the game I listen to when he comes on and talks about you'll know who he's talking about depending on the game. So you knew it was going to be about Mobley, and he said he was like, he's an A at this, he's an A at this, he's an A- on defense, and the other guy's like, Adrian Branch is like, how in the hell is he an A- on defense? And the guy, right when he says that, the guy drives down the lane, he squats the ball away, man. He's like, I don't know, he could beef up a little bit, It's like they rate Mobley the second that he could go number 1 overall over Cade Cunningham, and that what they said about him was that if you didn't see it, what they said about him was that he is a cross between what did they say? It was Anthony Davis and somebody else. They said he is a cross between those guys. It was like, wow, that they seem that high. And right on Colorado, he said that he probably goes undrafted, but he goes to a team in the NBA because he plays killer defense too, which I thought was surprising. I thought that someone would pick him up. Like he's like a Bulls type guy or a Heat. Anyways, I disagree with all these guys' picks. No, I'm just kidding.
Good.
But I do like Richmond here. And really, out of these ones, that's the one. I think the Penn State-Purdue game is a good avoid game, I think it's a good one to just stay the hell away from. It's kind of like the sore thumb. It's sticking out. The line has moved 2.5 points. Now Penn State is favored. And they lost to Nebraska at home, so it's like, if you lose to Nebraska at home, you sure as hell can lose to Purdue. How about Illinois last? Illinois was another one I wanted to give as a premium pick. I'm not sure what the hell I was doing. I bet it. I had one of my biggest bets of the night was on Illinois, and I didn't give it as a premium. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Guys got lucky on that one.
Got lucky on the Illinois-Nebraska?
I think they won by 16.
They beat the crap out of them. They were lucky it was only 16.
Yeah.
It was luck that it was only 16. It should have been about 36. It was like never close. It was like a physical domination mismatch all the way from start to finish. And Illinois was missing their best player. And it still was a mismatch.
Yep.
My guess is he makes the miracle recovery for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he will too.
I think the Big Ten tournament he'll be fine for. It's a face injury, It's not like when Nick Saban cured COVID by scheduling Georgia. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. It's the holy water.
Louisiana versus Little Rock. Utah Valley versus Texas Rio Grande Valley. A lot of depth. USM versus FAU. Seattle versus Grand Canyon. South Dakota State versus Kansas City. The Jackrabbits versus the Kangaroos. Loyola, Illinois, Chicago up against Southern Illinois. You get almost 3 touchdowns in that one. If you're willing to take the Salukis. Utah State versus Nevada. Illinois State, Northern Iowa. South Alabama, Georgia State. UC Riverside versus UC Santa Barbara, the Gauchos. Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners against Cal State Northridge, the Matadors. Long Beach State. What up, Beaches? Going to Oahu to take on the Rainbows. And UNLV versus Fresno. Brian, just a gem of a schedule there.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Georgia State here, minus the 2 points. That line really looks fishy to me. Georgia State lost on their home floor to South Alabama. I think they're going to return the favor tonight against Jaguars. Nevada plus the points against Utah State. Utah State, those tough 2 straight losses to Boise. I think air got let out of their balloon. Nevada can cover that. And then UNLV gets revenge from Fresno to beat them outright as a 7-point dog. I'm going to lay the points with the running Rebels there.
I'm with you. I like Georgia State as well. They bounce back at the win there against Southern Alabama. Georgia State. I'm going to lay the minus 18.5 now. I see with Loyola against the Salukis. I think they easily win it by 3 touchdowns. That defense will just stuff the Salukis all night. Give me Loyola.
Damon Bethel, defensive end from the U. I don't know what happened. Did he pass away?
Yeah, that's what he says. It says he passed away. I don't.
That's sad.
That is sad, yeah.
What year? 91? I know there was a
90.
Randy Bethel, tight end. Probably related.
Remember from 89 and 91 national championship team. Damon Bethel.
Not on this team that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the wrong year. My other program, I think, is the 87 team. This was a good team. This team lost this game. That was it. Oh, well. It happens. Ray Lewis and Warren Sapp, they just ran out of gas in that one. Anyways. Rod, did you give your picks on these games?
Yep.
All right. I like.
They just canceled.
I like Long
Niagara game canceled.
What's that?
Niagara game canceled.
Bastards. I'll take Long Beach State Northern Iowa. And that's it on those. You got a parlay for us?
For me, I'm going to go North Florida plus the points, Drexel plus the points, and Drake minus the points.
Brian Bitler.
I hate Drake. Georgia State minus the points, George Washington plus the points, and Drexel plus the points. I like that parlay. I'm going to hit that one up for 100.
Miami Heat. Portland Trail Blazers. Atlanta Hawks. Parlay them up. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. It's a quick show at just a 3-man booth. Those of you that are premium members will be doing the early premium video immediately following this with Chris Ruffalo. Then, of course, Rod, what time's the hockey show?
I figure we're going to do it right after the afternoon premium.
That makes sense.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later. Anyways.
Well, it's close to game time. Right?
Yeah, but
it's close to game time.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The idea is it will give people all day to tune in and see it.
Oh, okay.
If you show it then,
yeah, you're right.
It's like your live audience and that's it, and that's what the drive-through is. For.
Well, then we'll do it right.
Because some people can't watch it, later, so it's like you have to give people more opportunity to do that.
And it'll be sometime this morning.
See, that's
It's
why
a good idea.
Sometime
It's
this
good.
morning.
It's really thoughtful for our community.
Mitch has all the ideas.
Yes, I do. That's why I'm sitting here.
Yep.
Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. Let's make it a winning day. I'll see you guys in the premium picks in just a few moments. Of course, we're going to try and act more professional tomorrow. We should set up the Ruffalo timer for the return of Ruffalo. What do you guys think? I'm not sure if he's going to come back. So it's not going to be next week. It might or might not be the following week, but it will definitely be the NCAA tournament week. He will be here. If it's okay with you guys. You guys don't look too enthusiastic about that, but and of course he'll be.
Yeah, I like seeing him on the drive-through.
He'll be here. He'll be here tomorrow with us on the weekends. Ruffalo and Romanelli.
The 3 R's.
Arr. Arr.
All right, so you
Reading,
guys.
writing, and arithmetic.
We'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great